Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Once upon a time, in a cozy corner of the forest, there lived the bear family in their delightful little log cabin. The family was unique. There was the tiny, playful baby bear, the wise and caring mama bear, and the strong, kind-hearted papa bear. Their house had everything they needed. Baby bear had a small, cozy bowl for enjoying his oatmeal. Mama bear had a medium-sized bowl perfect for her breakfast, and Papa bear had a large bowl for his hearty morning meal. Their living room had chairs for each, a snug little chair for Baby bear, a comfortably sized chair for Mama bear, and a spacious chair for Papa bear. When night fell, they each retreated to their own beds, a small, soft bed for Baby bear, a medium, plush bed for Mama bear, and a large, cushioned bed for Papa bear, ensuring sweet dreams. One sunny morning, after preparing a delicious breakfast of porridge and serving it in their bowls, the bear family decided to take a stroll in the forest. They wanted to enjoy the beautiful day and give their porridge some time to cool, showing their good manners and patience. Meanwhile, a curious girl named Goldilocks, who lived just beyond the forest and was out running an errand for her mother, happened to wander near the bear's house. Intrigued, she peeked through the window, her curiosity getting the better of her. She then tiptoed up to the door, glancing through the keyhole, showing a bit of her mischievous and adventurous spirit. Finding the house empty, Goldilocks gently pushed the door, which opened easily. The bear family, being kind and trusting, never felt the need to lock their door, as they lived harmoniously with all in the forest and expected the same in return. Goldilocks stepped inside and was delighted to find the porridge on the table. Had she been more patient and politer, she might have waited for the bear family to return, who would likely have warmly invited her to join them for breakfast, as they were not only good-hearted but also very welcoming. However, driven by curiosity and a bit of boldness uncharacteristic of a well-mannered child, she decided to start tasting the porridge on her own. First, Goldilocks tried the porridge from Papa Bear's large bowl, but it was too hot for her liking. Then she sampled Mama Bear's medium-sized bowl of porridge, only to find it too cold. Finally, she tasted the porridge from Baby Bear's small bowl. It was perfect. Not too hot or cold, but just right. Goldilocks enjoyed it so much that she couldn't help but eat it all up. Having spent her morning playfully chasing butterflies instead of completing her errand, Goldilocks felt quite tired. She decided to rest and sat in Papa Bear's large chair, but it was too hard for her comfort. Next, she tried Mama Bear's chair, but it was too soft. Eventually, she settled into Baby Bear's small chair, which felt just right, not too hard, not too soft. However, as she relaxed into it, the chair couldn't withstand her weight and suddenly collapsed, sending her tumbling to the floor. This unexpected turn of events made Goldilocks quite grumpy, as she often had a short temper. Resolved to find a place to rest, Goldilocks ventured upstairs to the bedroom where the bear family slept. First, she tried the bed of the great big bear, but found it too high at the head for her liking. Then, she tested the bed of the middle-sized bear, but it was too high at the foot. Finally, she lay down on the bed of the little wee bear, which proved to be just perfect, not too high at the head, not too high at the foot, but just right. Goldilocks snuggled under the covers, finding the bed comfortably cozy, and soon she drifted off into a peaceful sleep. By this time, the three bears thought their porridge would be cool enough for them to eat it properly. So, they came home to breakfast. Now careless Goldilocks had left the spoon of the great big bear standing in his porridge. "Somebody has been at my porridge," said the great big bear in his great rough, gruff voice. Then the middle-sized bear looked at her porridge and saw the spoon was standing in it too. "Somebody has been at my porridge," said the middle-sized bear in her middle-sized voice. Then the little wee bear looked at his, and there was the spoon in the porridge bowl, but the porridge was all gone. "Somebody has been at my porridge and has eaten it all up," said the little wee bear in his little wee voice. The three bears, seeing that someone had entered their house and eaten up the little wee bear's breakfast, began to look about them. Now the careless Goldilocks had not put the hard cushion straight when she rose from the chair of the great big bear. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair," said the great big bear in his great rough, gruff voice, and the careless Goldilocks had squatted down the soft cushion of the middle-sized bear. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair," said the middle-sized bear in her middle-sized voice. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair and has broken it all up," said the little wee bear in his little wee voice. Then the three bears thought they'd better make a further search in case it was a burglar, so they went upstairs into their bedroom. Now Goldilocks had pulled the pillow of the great big bear out of its place. "Somebody has been lying in my bed," said the great big bear in his great rough, gruff voice. And Goldilocks had pulled the bolster of the middle-sized bear out of its place. "Somebody has been lying in my bed," said the middle-sized bear in her middle-sized voice. But when the little wee bear came to look at his bed, the bolster was in its place, and the pillow was in its place upon the bolster, and upon the pillow there was Goldilocks's yellow head, which was not in its place, for she had no business there. "Somebody has been lying in my bed, and here she is still," said the little wee bear in his little wee voice. Now Goldilocks had heard in her sleep the great, rough, gruff voice of the great big bear. But she was so fast asleep that it was no more to her than the roaring of wind or the rumbling of thunder. She had heard the middle-sized voice of the middle-sized bear, but it was only as if she had heard someone speaking in a dream. But when she heard the little wee voice of the little wee bear, it was so sharp and so shrill that it awakened her at once. Up she started, and when she saw the three bears on one side of the bed, she tumbled herself out at the other and ran to the window. Now the window was open, because the bears, like good tidy bears as they were, always opened their bedroom window when they got up in the morning. Startled, little Goldilocks leapt from the window, landing softly on a pile of fallen leaves. She quickly found her way out of the woods, guided by the cheerful chirping of birds and the warm sunlight filtering through the trees. Once home, she shared her extraordinary adventure with her family, who were relieved and happy to see her safe. They all agreed that adventures were best when shared, and from that day on, Goldilocks always remembered to respect the homes of others. As for the three bears, they fondly remembered the curious little visitor, and they occasionally left out honey treats, hoping she might come back for a friendly visit.
Join our community of kids who love to learn and have fun by subscribing to our channel.